Okay. Shoo, unexpected. Okay, let me go back. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and you're good to go. Also, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today's reaction is for a band that a lot of people have been asking for a very long time, and I actually had them in the schedule for either later this week or possibly even next week, but I got a special patron birthday request coming in, and that is from Calvin. Calvin, firstly, happy birthday. I hope it's a lovely one so far, and I hope you enjoy this one. Please comment on this video so I can pin your comment to the top, and everyone can join in wishing you a very, very happy birthday. Now, he's asked for Epica, The Essence of Silence. I've gone for the official live video because I like taking a look at the live stuff, and just super excited. A lot of hype around these guys. I know there's lots of different songs people have been asking for, and hopefully this kickstarts the journey of kind of going through all of their back catalog as well. So, Epica, The Essence of Silence. Calvin, this one's for you. Let's see what you got.
Thank you so much for coming to our last show of the tour in beautiful Brussels. How are y'all doing?
Oh wow, look at that venue.
We're promoting the Quantum Enigma. And this next song is from our latest record, The Essence of Silence.
Okay. Okay. Shoo, unexpected. Okay, let me go back because what a beautiful, I know she was talking over it, what a beautiful string kind of synth piece in the background. And then to break into something that was far heavier than I thought it was going to be. I really appreciate that kind of guitar work where there's a lot of contrast between the lower kind of notes, the hitting all the way up at the top where the head is, and then some of those quick little hammer-ons and pull-offs. I know obviously one of the guitars is playing more of a rhythm section, one more of a lead, but have a listen for those little quick intricacies and then back to the low notes again. So you get that really brutal kind of dirty low end growl of it, and then you get some of those higher melodies to kind of resonate with that. Drummer was doing a nice offbeat snare pattern there. This is very cool. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so fully on board with this. Okay, that dude screaming is super intense. When you think of like, I guess the symphonic middle genre, if you will, you don't. I didn't expect it to go to this kind of lengths where it was this heavy, with the screams, some of the guitar riffs that they're playing. A lot of it's hard hitting, but this has just a level of brutality to it that I just didn't see coming, and I am very, very much on board. I love what they were doing there in terms of creating pace and creating energy, because you had the double kick, which is a consistent, really energized, really thoughtful, and then you had kind of the alternate picking that he was doing high up on the neck while he was screaming, and that creates an urgency. You got the bass backing that up, and you've kind of got the synth drifting along like a wave on top. But for his vocals to go, and I mentioned the contrast earlier, for his vocals to be that intense and that heavy, and you can see how relaxed he is. He's actually not pushing a load of air out. It's quite controlled and close in his mouth, and that's why the mic's really close. There's different ways of screaming, of course, and there's kind of guys that can scream on the in, on the breath, and guys that can scream out. And someone like him has got a lot of control over that. He's super relaxed. The mic's real close. He's not pushing too much air out. I like it. It's super brutal. And then she comes in with that super high, just beautiful melody on top. This is ultimate light and dark, ultimate contrast. And I think the point is to be shockingly so, but there's a level of talent where it's not a gimmick. It's beautiful. Oh wow! I will go back. I will go back. This is wow. Really nice chorus. Sorry, I'm trying to get over myself with this. She has got remarkable control when she gets that high. It's whenever someone's trying to sing at the top of their range or at the lowest part of their range, what you usually find with singers who aren't, I guess, of this caliber, is they have trouble coming in and out of notes. So the middle section is normally fine, but sometimes the vibrato is a bit wobbly at the end. Note dips off a bit quick, especially live. Coming in, there isn't always the power and clarity, and that's just because it's a strain, it's a stretch for them. Well, this is no stretch for her. What a beautiful chorus, what a beautiful melody on top of, and then also that symphonic kind of the keys working alongside, accenting everything that the drummer was doing with his snare work, with his kick work. Guitars are kind of playing the backdrop at the moment for that, so they like a curtain, they're taking up a lot of space, but they're not too heavy. They're kind of sitting in the middle and guiding everything. And obviously, again, her voice is supposed to be the hero. You've got that lovely choir track that's playing in the background. At first I thought it was signaled by the keys, but obviously the tonal values shift, and then I saw him doing other stuff while it was moving on. So that's clearly a backing track, which I'm assuming her in-ears there are playing, and all of theirs are as well, so they would be playing to a backing track with a click. And just blowing me away to come out of that really nice, beautiful, high, almost operatic piece into his deep scream again. Ultimate contrast, but done with a level of talent that I can fully appreciate. Just sorry about that. I want to go back. Have a listen to when I spoke about the pace earlier. I'm getting really excited. When I spoke about the pace earlier, there is the double kick going, he's alternate picking, but the synth has kind of got its own melody, and it's creating like stages. It's going up, it's going down, and it's moving around a bit. But it's again, that's what I mean by like a wave sitting on top. It's moving, and it's going in the same direction as the music, but it's the one thing that's sitting off the pace, and I really like that. Cool mic stands. What double kick work was that? I was too busy watching. First of all, they're having a ball. I mean, I can see the guitarist going up to the guy on the keys, and they're having just an absolute ball. Singers interacting together. Poor drummer's always left at the back to kind of just drive it home, but they're all having a really fun time, and that makes me really happy because I know how important that is, and it shows you, even just off this one live performance, shows you the kind of character and chemistry in the band, and it's echoed through the music. But that kick work that he did there, where he kind of sped up and he like almost double timed that was really cool. Nice pattern there. I'll go back here. I'm not going to go into it because there's still quite a lot of the song left, and I've paused a bunch already. So I know there's haters out there giving me 2 thumbs way up right now. But I love how that melody interacts. So it's like it climbs up, and then So it's dun dun dun, and then it's dun dun dun. So it alternates, not necessarily a climb, but a stationary shift, and then it drops, and then it comes up again. So it creates this room for the vocals to kind of sing along with it and echo that. And I'm assuming the vocals, I don't know, to be honest, the vocals could have been written first, that melody could have been written first. It doesn't matter at the end of the day because it's all sounding beautiful, for lack of a better phrase, and the worst pun that's ever been made. Quite epic from Epica. I really like that. The guitarist that screams looks like Drew McIntyre. So beautiful with the choir. This is a proper metal riff. Okay, this is important. This is really important with symphonic kind of metal and symphonic characteristics. So this, I was hoping something like this would happen so I could show you. So they go into what is essentially the opposite of a breakdown. And the reason I say it is because breakdowns are usually half time. Okay, here he is. You know, they just speed it up. Great, solid, awesome guitar riff. One of those ones you wish you wrote. Drummer come in with a double kick. He's obviously got a bit of screaming there. But listen to the brutality of the music. Okay, forget the screaming. Listen to the brutality of the music. And then when the synth comes in on top, nothing changes with the other stuff. It continues. But it adds a lightness. It adds a more palatable nature to the heaviness without actually changing any of the profile of the music. It's what I love about the symphonic kind of genre. I mean, there she's singing a bit lower because the choir's doing the top harmony on that. So, but she's got such a presence. I mean, there's a bunch of tough looking dudes on stage, but you can't help but look at her. She's commanding. She looks like she's having fun. She's energetic without creating too much of a scene. I think she's magical, and she has she's not just a talented singer. She's unique. Sorry, this is great. Okay. Yep. That one was enormously above average. I know that a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, I told you so. I told you, dude. Why didn't you do more of these? Like, why'd you take so long to get there? And the truth of the matter is, there are very few bands that I've disliked when I've done this. There are bands that I haven't latched onto and I haven't quite like. It's not really my thing, but I can always appreciate it. I always want to be constructive. There's so much work and effort that goes into this, and I'm nobody to tear it to pieces just because if it doesn't suit my kind of taste. But this was fantastic, and I try and get to all the requests, obviously, and I try and balance it out. I want to do a bit of something different, and then I go, oh, I haven't done that for a while. Let me do that. This is now going to be one of the regulars because it's no secret that I like a lot of the heavier stuff. And so that ticks that box, especially from some of the elements of that song. But I'm also a massive fan of melody and a massive fan of great tone, and I got that all from that. It was a good chorus, sucker for that as well. Great edited live video, like that. It had enough kind of video cuts and stuff to not make it seem like it was too busy. You get some of those that are just way out there and it's hard to watch. That was really easy to watch, really cool. And they're just a talented bunch. Ironically, with so much going on there, with the exception of the singer, if you look at just the music alone, they didn't overplay that song at all. Now, let me be clear. It is a supreme level of professionalism. They are great musicians, but they didn't overplay that. And that's important to note because it was a song that required busyness, urgency, massive contrast. And if you start to overplay pieces, you lose little elements of that. And I think it would have been a massive disservice. So they know what they're doing. Of course they do. And that was incredible. Calvin, thank you for being the guy to push it up the list. I hope you've had a wonderful birthday. I hope this made it even a little bit better. It is our gift to you. And Epica, the essence of silence. Well, I think we're going to have to start a playlist, aren't we? Yeah, awesome one. Love that, guys. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.